Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me. This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me. This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me. This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me. This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me.
is up, guys? Dashing here, and we are live for Octane number 168, guys. A truly huge edition of Octane we have got this evening, and my friends, we are kicking things off with our first of 2 title matches and a taste of what's to come in just a couple of weeks in Nolans for Wild Card. Vanessa Morgan, guys, will defend her television championship against an unknown challenger to get things rolling here this evening. And of course, in our main event, Remy Martin, much like Vanessa Morgan, looks to become a double champion when he challenges Tommy Demise for the Anarchy Championship, and everything in between, guys. Woo! Don't want to go anywhere. This is going to be an episode of Octane to remember. Speaking of Wild Card, we'll find out who is going to be challenging Thea for the Women's World Championship in that fatal 4-way #1 contenders match, where Thea will be the special guest referee, guys. But right now, 1/3 of the trios champions, the television champion Vanessa Morgan, saying bring it on, whomever it is that's about to come out here and challenge her for that television championship. She has no idea, we have no idea. Oh, well, now this is big money, my friends. Jessica Cash making her official CMV debut, the runner-up in Reality Wrestling Season 4. Of course, in Paris and Climb to Fame, guys, Pago defeated Jessica Cash in that crazy ladder match to earn a CMV contract. But I had a feeling Jessica Cash was going to find her way back to CMV, and it wouldn't take that long. She reached out to me only a couple of weeks ago, and well, I think I'd be a fool not to have realized the money that is in bringing Jessica Cash to Octane. But what an opportunity for this young woman in her official debut as she challenges Vanessa Morgan for the television championship. Much like how Pago made his debut here on Octane a couple of weeks back, challenging Tommy Demise for the Anarchy Championship. Jessica Cash, hopefully though, realizing what she is in for. This is a great camera angle. Thank God it ain't me sitting there. See my bald spot, but great camera angle here as well. Cameraman's falling asleep. That's not a good sign. The show is just getting started here. Television championship on the line, my friends, as Jessica Cash will challenge Vanessa Morgan. Hello? Anybody there? Please respond. What is happening? I might have to go wake this guy. Somebody get this camera operator AW, please. Perhaps we can just, okay, there we go. He's okay, he's okay. He had a long night. So did I, man. Shockwave was off the wall last night, but here we go. Jessica Cash, Vanessa Morgan for the television championship. Guys, the championship Vanessa Morgan only won a couple of weeks ago, defeating Taryn Breeze in a fantastic matchup. This is her first defense, and any champion would tell you, have to defend against an unknown challenger is one of the tallest tasks. You can't prepare, you can't train, you can't watch tape, you can't try and, my God, by the way, Jessica Cash is destroying it. There we go, finally shuts that shit down. But that took a toll on the champion. She's like, oh, about to fall over. Cash back up. My God, man. And now some kicks to the back of the knee. I was saying, hopefully Jessica Cash is prepared. Vanessa Morgan doesn't seem to be all that prepared. But again, that's the whole kit and caboodle in a situation like this. off the top, big punches from Cash. I am loving what I'm seeing so far. Springboard elbow. Vanessa Morgan did it very well. Kissing that television championship goodbye. Have the shortest reign in CMV history. Spun her around now. Whoa. Drops down into a sort of bulldog from off the shoulders of Vanessa Morgan. Kick out at 2. Vanessa Morgan, guys, has only been pinned one-on-one twice. The first by Thea and once by Taryn Breeze. The first time the two met. Oh, scoop shot, going for a power bomb. No. Drops her down into a clash. And now spun over into the pin. 1, 2. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Jessica Cash can't either, evidently. But she's going to keep the attack on. I can't breathe. Look at man. My voice is already going after last night. Cash, please settle down just a tad. I beg. Vanessa, oh my God, dude. I have never seen Vanessa Morgan get dominated like this. I did not think it was possible. Jessica Cash is the new guys. I think everyone can agree with me. It is very rare for me to be speechless. I cannot believe what we just witnessed. Vanessa Morgan, one of the most dominant women to ever step foot in a CMV ring, has just been beaten in a matter of a couple of minutes. And we have a new television champion. I genuinely, my jaw was dropped. I had to pick it up off the floor, brother. This is gonna be a moment to remember. Jessica Cash, your new television champion. And we were talking about the effects of a champion having to defend in an open challenge. Well, for anyone at Wildcard, that's going to have to be in the same position that Vanessa Morgan was in here tonight. Hopefully they take this as a lesson. But again, what can you do? Jessica Cash with one of the greatest debuts I have ever seen in 12 years here in CMV. That was insane. I couldn't have predicted that in a million years, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. Pop the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. Pop the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup.
Well, my friends, I am still in shock after what we just saw to kick off the show. But of course, Adam Valentine and I continuing to try and mix things up. Another trade there, as El Saltador will go to Shockwave, and Octane is going to be getting Selena Satoru. One more round in the mix-up a little bit later on tonight, guys. But for now, the action resumes here on Octane number 168, and it's going to be Peligro of Resurgence, the new Pro Wrestling Japan International Champion, is set to take on Blake Virtue. Guys, make sure you do not go anywhere. I have a feeling this is going to be a potential early match of the year contender right here. Peligro and Blake Virtue one-on-one, forget about it. He's going to have Ben Stacy in his corner. Well, these two who last Octane guys attempted to perhaps permanently take out Lorenzo Alexander after Ben Stacy had defeated the Hollywood Highlight via countout thanks to a distraction by Peligro, the man who took that Pro Wrestling Japan Championship from Lorenzo Alexander the week prior. But it was thanks to Blake Virtue, guys, who rushed in to make the save, drove these two off, and if not for the best bout machine, well, indeed, Lorenzo Alexander, very well, maybe no more here on Octane. I heard Ben Stacy earlier this week saying Virtue's been a thorn in our side for far too long, time to finally take him out, and that's what Peligro is fixing to do here tonight as these two guys prepare to represent Resurgence in Mexico. And just a couple of weeks at that huge crossover event with Lucha Libre Magia, they will challenge El Ordinario and El Mago Jr. for the Lucha Libre Magia World Tag Team Championship. Blake Virtue made his return back in Japan and has vowed to wage war against his sister in Resurgence until there is nothing left. But guys, look at this. Speaking of the Lucha Libre Magico World Tag Team Champions, here they are. El Ordinario and El Mago Jr., who showed their support for Blake Virtue, doing so again here tonight. And Lorenzo Alexander. Blake Virtue's got himself quite the peanut gallery for this non-title matchup. A man we call the best bout machine, but I highly doubt that the first thing on Blake Virtue's mind right now is coming out here to have an instant classic, although like I said before, really have all the potential in the world to be one. Blake Virtue, if he wants to enact this plan of his to burn Resurgence to the ground, it could very well begin with Peligro right here, right now. So here we go, Peligro, Blake Virtue, one-on-one. Ben Stacy over there in the corner of Peligro, while Blake Virtue has got not only the Lucha Libre Magical World Tag Team Champions, but Lorenzo Alexander repaying him for that save last Octane. Of course, many not know that Lorenzo Alexander actually trained at the same wrestling school that the likes of Cam Harris, Troy Colt, and Blake Virtue came from. So there's already a history there. Oh, a big spear from Peligro. Not a great start here in this matchup. As now Peligro tries to grab him by the man bun. Come on now, you can't be doing that. That's quite a distance. Let's see if Virtue can make it. He's going to wait for Peligro to get to his feet. Tries for the Thea special, comes up just a bit short. This is going to come a little bit later on. Fatal 4-way #1 contenders match, guys, with Thea as the special guest referee, who will be challenging the fiery Frenchwoman for her Women's World Championship in New Orleans. Heard somebody saying pretty much like a second home for Thea, being from France. I'm sure she'll have a slight home field advantage in that case. Virtue drops down. Ben Stacy already up to no good. Skulking about at ringside. Goes behind. Ooh. Using those kitty claws to try and gouge at the eyes of Blake Virtue. But you don't have to like admitting it, but admit it you must. Resurgence guys have been on a seemingly unstoppable roll. Of course, last time we had Andrew Briggs crowned the new Rite of Passage champion. And now with the opportunity for Ben Stacy and Peligro to perhaps become the new Lucha Libre Magico World Tag Team Champions in just a couple of weeks, they're going to have, good Lord, man, I mean, more gold than Fort Knox. Slight distraction there by the Lucha Libre Magico World Tag Team Champions, but not enough for Blake Virtue to actually take advantage into the pin here. Let's see if I can. Uno momento, por favor. Network. Theo, I believe you should be a mod now in the chat if you want to go ahead and ban that disgusting tin box. That bolt for brains. Form smash follows up with a running bulldog out of the corner. Virtue, when he starts going like this, man, he becomes almost impossible to stop. Shining Wizard shades of an Andrew Briggs there. Oh, but just as he starts to really get going, Ben Stacy, of course, from that ringside. Oh. The refs having none of it. Ben Stacy slid that steel chair and the referee threw it at him. There you go. Finally, the referees hiking up their trousers, man, getting their hands dirty, actually doing their job. I love to see it. Who's this ref? Might get him in that ring more often. Into the pin, Virtue going to try to take it here, but a kick out at 1 by Peligro. Well, guys, speaking of Lucha Libre Magico, a little bit later on, we're going to have some tag team action as Citrus Blast from Lucha Libre Magico will take on Relampago and the Lucha Libre Magico World Champion Hector Flores. Oh, Peligro, that's a bad place to be at that ringside, right at the feet of El Ordinario and El Mago Jr. as Virtue. And everybody giving him space. He comes off the top and nails that elbow right across the chest of the fatal feline. Clapping the temples, tries to drop in Peligro's instincts though. He saw that coming, didn't see that elbow to the side of the head coming. There's the drop kick. Ooh, and he just falls like a sack of stone. Both men now down. Already a great matchup here between these two. Virtue got that fire burning in his soul. He looks to burn Resurgence down to the ground. Peligro better get things back into the ring here. He's getting surrounded. Referee up to a count of 8. Now 9, having until Twink can get back into the ring. Virtue not going to risk it. He's on the apron. Thought he might go for a springboard, decides against it. As instead, oh, nice kickstone to the back of the knee here by the Pro Wrestling Japan International Champion. There's the double tap. Had to do it to him. Oh, but perhaps the trace tap. Super kick denied by Blake Virtue. Flips him over. And a running knee straight down the gullet of Peligro. Stunned. Virtue. Knee party. Works the leg. Uno, dos, tres. Blake Virtue picks up the win. A win that has to feel, I'm sure, very good. Ben Stacy neutralized by the referee, throwing that steel chair at him, allowed Blake Virtue to unload on the fatal feline. Here you saw Stacy was doing everything in his power to stop the runaway train. That was Blake Virtue. Finally, a wrench in the gears of Resurgence, slowing down the wave of momentum that they've been riding as of late. Like I said, yeah, has to feel real good for Blake Virtue to at last get one over Resurgence, but this is far from over.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test.
Well, my friends, it was, of course, a couple of weeks ago that Mike Magnum Maxwell, refusing to stay down after what happened in Paris at Climb to Fame, challenged Schmitty and his goons, he put it, to a hardcore war at Wildcard in Nolan. Said, I'll find me a couple of hot hitters to take on you and your bunch of bozos. And last Octane, it appeared as though Mike Magnum Maxwell had maybe found a couple of potential allies in Road Wives as they knocked off Police Squad. Well, maybe he's found himself a third potential partner in the Bloody Brit, Chris Andrews, who's set to take on Derek DeMauro here tonight. And it would be pretty apropos considering the history between Schmitty and Chris Andrews. I'm sure this is the last thing that the Game Changer wants to see, is Chris Andrews potentially being recruited to Mike Magnum Maxwell's cause, guys. Many a time, Schmitty and Chris Andrews have crossed paths, not in a good long while, obviously, but they fought for the CMV Championship on more than one occasion. Things got, as is typically the case when Schmitty's involved, pretty personal, pretty fast. I'm sure that's not something that Chris Andrews has forgotten. As we see again, Mike Magnum Maxwell going to be at ringside. Police Squad came up short last Octane. Now it's up to Schmitty's right-hand man, representing his jury. I think we already know Chris Andrews is going to be found guilty by the undefeated Derek DeMauro. Last time we saw DeMauro in action, he absolutely, in the truest sense of the word, decimated Mike Magnum Maxwell, ragdolled him, much like we saw Jessica Cash do to Vanessa Morgan at the top of the show. I got a feeling this is going to be a hard-hitting matchup here between these two. Might see a couple of teeth knocked out. I don't think Bloody Brick can afford that. He's already got so few left. Derek DeMauro, the Bloody Brick, Chris Andrews, one-on-one. Has perhaps Mike Magnum Maxwell found his team to wage war against Schmitty's Department of Justice at Wildcard? That bell, we get that Brick comes out of the corner, man, like a speeding bullet as soon as that bell rings. Trying to take DeMauro's head off. It's been a hot minute since we've seen Bloody Brick in action. This is actually his first Octane match of the new season. He was at a couple of live events. Oh, big running elbow. Right across the jaw of Andrews. Now going to extend that arm stomp away at the exposed hand of the Hall of Famer. Before you eat him up off that canvas. Butt wrench suplex. This is exactly what we saw Derek DeMauro do to Mike Magnum Maxwell a few weeks ago. Double axe handle across the back. I don't know where in God's good name Schmitty found this guy, but oh, there we go. Another clothesline from Chris Andrews. And maybe that's all Mike Magnum Maxwell needs to do. Get a couple of pints in Chris Andrews to remind him of all that Schmitty put him through back in the day. My God. For somebody the age of Chris Andrews to still be able to move like that is always going to be impressive. It certainly rocked Derek DeMauro, who thought he was going to find some safety out there on the apron, but no luck there. Closed fist across the chest of this massive Derek DeMauro. Down to the floor, he falls hard. Still to come, my friends, fatal four-way number one contenders match. Who will challenge Thea for the Women's World Championship in New Orleans, Louisiana, at Wildcard? We will find out. Thea going to be the special guest referee for that fatal four-way matchup. And, of course, our main event, the Anarchy Championship, is going to be on the line. Remy Martin looks to walk out tonight a double champion, and he challenges Tommy Demise. What a punch from off the top rope there. Talk about getting your jaw jacked. Ooh, big discus punch. Continuing to hammer away at the jury. Oh, wait. Last second counter there. A lifting reverse DDT. Looks like Andrews hit the canvas hard. Goes behind. Back suplex almost sent him out of the damn ring. DeMauro beating his chest up on Brett's rope, waiting patiently for Andrews to get to his feet as Mike Magnum Maxwell gets flashbacks of a few weeks ago. He ain't going anywhere. Oh, threw Andrews into the ref. Short arm clothesline. Now going to try to, oh wait, reversal with the Irish whip. And Mike, not content, I guess, just watch. Going to give the Brit a helping hand. Nicely done by Mike Magnum Maxwell there. And the ref did not see it. Chris Andrews able to take back control. Now that's teamwork. Hey, you can't really blame Mike Magnum Maxwell or Chris Andrews if you're going to beat Schmitty. He might just have to do it at his own game. Get to the drop of Derek DeMauro. Standing 10 toes down. Britt said, that tickled, mate. Hope you hit harder than that, buddy. Careful what you wish for. Little Derek DeMauro now. Talking a little bit of shit. He's not impressed with the striking prowess of the Hall of Famer, it would appear. Knife edge chop loaded up on that one. And now these two will throw caution to the wind. Try to knock each other out cold. Looks like Andrew's going to get the upper hand. Vintage cliffhanger from the Bloody Brick. 1, 2, kick out. Andrew's just getting started though. How many fines do you think Chris Andrews has gotten at this point? I don't think he gives a shit. busted open, guys, is Derek DeMauro after Britt slammed his head off the top turnbuckle. Goes around, comes around. A little bit of a snake eyes as DeMauro just collapses into the pin, though, just to get the 2 count. Another pin attempt this time, though. A dirty pin. Ref does not see DeMauro's feet on the middle rope, but luckily Britt with enough power to kick out as DeMauro now goes behind another lifting reverse DDT. Oh man, DeMauro getting into it with the ref here, screaming in the official's face, trying to intimidate, I guess, the referee to see things his way. Oh, come on now. This should be a disqualification. Two-handed choke. This is ridiculous. DeMauro trying to choke the life out of Chris Andrews. Oh no. The right hand of Schmitty, his jury, gonna decide if the bloody Brit Chris Andrews is guilty or not. And I think we have our answer. This drop from the second rope, he's just completely taken over, and it appears like DeMauro is enjoying the slower pace, but he's had enough stalking the Hall of Famer fall from grace into the pin. Looks like he hooks both legs. And fast count from the ref. You gotta be kidding me. If ever there was a fast count, 1, 2, 3 said the ref, and I guess the intimidation paid off. Would Andrews have been able to kick out if it was a regular call from the ref? I'm not sure, but a very blatant fast count from the official allows Derek DeMauro to remain undefeated. And a win that certainly has got to put a, maybe not smile, but a smirk at least on the face of Schmitty. Look at this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Wasn't that fast, I guess, but it was still definitely fast. Derek DeMauro refusing to let Schmitty down. What a win. And Mike Magnum Maxwell does not like what he's seeing in any way, shape, or form. Once again, the antics of Schmitty's Department of Justice on full display.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like,
well, it looks like coming up next, my friends, we're going to be hearing from one of the newest superstars here on Octane, Donovan Merck. Ladies and gentlemen, keen on introducing himself to the CMV universe. Not too much that I've got on the background of this young man, but I suppose he's letting everybody know right now all that they need to know. I definitely am excited to see what he can get done in that Octane ring. I've heard some, oh, well, wait a minute. Donovan Merck being interrupted. Look who's back. The former Rite of Passage champion, ladies and gentlemen. Pete Jones is finally back just in time. We crowned a new Rite of Passage champion, of course, last Octane. Congrats again to Andrew Briggs, but we've not seen Pete Jones since a Las Vegas final stand at the end of last season. Suffered an injury. It looks like Pete Jones doesn't want to hear nothing coming out of the mouth of this young kid, Donovan Murphy's challenging him to a match. Putting Merck on the spot, but Donovan Merck telling him to kick rocks. Not interested in a matchup here tonight with Pete Jones, I guess. Donovan Merck said, I'm going to compete on my terms, leaving Pete Jones high and dry.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never drain in my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Got him wrapped around my little finger. He let the way I pop it like a can of fizz. Told him if he want this, better know the business. I'm not his wifey, I'm his fantasy. Living life in first class, can't you see? Look at me, set my attitude.
Well, great to see Pete Jones back in CMV nonetheless. Obviously, he was ready to return to action tonight, but again, Donovan Merck forcing him to change his plans. Guys, the act continues. Up next here on Octane number 168, we got ourselves some tag team action. Lucha Tings. But it takes center stage once again here on Octane, as I can only imagine that Remy Martin is feeling some type of way watching the woman he beat in Paris that climbed to fame in the finals of the Reality Wrestling Season 4 Jessica Cash debut and defeat Vanessa Morgan to become television champion. Oh, but he can't afford to be thinking about that right now, guys. As Remy Martin returns to his roots, he teams up with the Lucha Libre Magica World Champion, Hector Flores. They're going to take on Citrus Blast. Again, CMV in Mexico in just a couple of weeks, guys, for that huge crossover event with Lucha Libre Magica. We've already got some big-time matchups announced, including Resurgence challenging El Ordinario and El Mago Jr. for the Lucha Libre Magica World Tag Team Championship. But Hector Flores paid us a visit here at Octane last episode. Remember, he was ringside for Remy Martin in that match between El Duende de Fuego and Remy Martin, and ended up getting into it middle of the ring with Talon Sucio. The history between the two of them as well. Ended up being ejected by the referee before they could potentially throw down during that match. Remy Martin, second generation superstar, comes from Lucha Libre Magica. Not the first time he and Hector Flores have crossed paths. Well, they are partners here tonight to take on the Lemon Kid and Lime Boy, Citrus Blast. A fan favorite tag team in Lucha Libre Magica. Of course, we're no stranger to them here in CMB. Lime Boy, lucky to still be breathing after what Bob Luger did to him last month, but a quick recovery. You can't keep down Citrus Blast for long. Here we go. Remy Martin going to get things started against the Lemon Kid. As the referee rings the bell, still to come, guys. Fatal four-way matchup to determine who at Wildcard will challenge Thea for her Women's World Championship. And Thea going to be the special guest referee for that #1 contenders match. Also our huge main event, Remy Martin looks to become a double champion. He will challenge Tommy Demise for the Anarchy Championship. Hot start here by Relampago, guys, but quickly taken overhead by the Lemon Kid. Off the ropes now, drop kick to the face, avoided. Relampago has yet to taste victory here in CMV. And obviously, Talon Sucio, a big reason why that is. Remember, he attacked Relampago in his debut, challenging Tommy Demise for the Anarchy Championship. And then last Octane, ringside the corner of El Duende de Fuego, getting into that altercation with Hector Flores, certainly threw Relampago off his focus, left him wide open for Duende de Fuego to capitalize. Uh-oh, La Maestral here from the Lemon Kid. Gonna kick out at 1. Into the corner, tag to Limeboy, who, don't forget, holds a pinfall victory over Bob Luger. I don't want anybody taking this kid lightly ever again. You can call it a fluke if you want to, but that fact will forever remain that he pinned the multi-time world champion, future Hall of Famer Bob Luger in the middle of the ring. Pocket right there, sort of super slam. And he stomps away on Limeboy, looking to get some juice out of him. That sounds kind of weird. Forget I said that. Into the pin, though, off that springboard moonsault. Kick out at 1.5. With that chop, and again, head scissors, Relampago, crisp as ever. Talon Sucio, of course, calling him a Nepo baby, saying that the only reason he's here in CMV is because of the influence of his mother and his father, legendary competitors in Mexico. Relampago saying, no, sir, I beat out 9 other just as hungry competitors to win the reality wrestling season 4. I did that all on my own. I earned my contract winning that ladder match in Paris. Talon Sucio saying he's not worthy to represent Lucha. Here's a double tag. Oh, wait, did Limeboy actually make the tag? I don't think he did. Here comes Hector Flores, the Lucha Libre Magico World Champion. He's going to choose not so opportune time to pander for these fans. Limeboy taking that shot springboard. Wheelbarrow Bulldog now tags in Lemon Kid, but quickly shoved back. Flores going to try for an Irish whip reverse, though. Into the corner. Maybe even trying to put him up top, it was looking like, but Flores takes a step back. Full steam ahead. A little too much lollygag getting Lemon Kid. Going to make him pay for it. Mercado finishing strong with a standing Spanish fly. Irish whip into the corner. Tag is made to Limeboy. Flores off the ropes. Double shoulder tackle. Ooh, careful. Lemon Kid is not legal anymore. Hector Flores, I don't think has realized that just yet. Reverse DDT. Lemon Kid got to get himself out of the ring. Lest he risk a disqualification. Referee's trying to tell him, give him a chance, being lenient. He's a little bit stuck here, though. About 100 other ways you can exit the ring. There you go. Up against the ropes. Flores going to choke Limeboy out, utilizing that top rope. Irish whip on the rebound. Leapfrog. Drop down 2. Going to try to scoop him up. Maybe a Michinoku driver, but a neck breaker instead. All right, Limeboy right there. Going to try to make the tag. Not fast enough. Look to send him into the corner off the ropes. Nope, onto the apron. Flores, gets guillotined. He's just going to try to crawl off into that corner. Let's not forget Hector Flores is also a second-generation superstar. He and Relampago growing up together. Like I said, no strangers to each other in the ring. Flores more of a cautious approach here. A stiff kick to the gut. He'll try for a Spanish fly of his own, but Lion Boy with some well-placed elbows to the back. They're going to try to wrench that arm forearm smash, spins him around. Hector Flores with a kick to the gut. He's going for Old Gory Special. The Gory Special being applied here by Flores, but gets out of it this Lion Boy before his back gets broken. Sends him off into the corner, looking to make the tag. Citrus Blast with a double back body drop. Lemon Kid takes over as Relampago, seeing the Lucha Libre Magical World Champion in distress, makes the tag. When we talk about the pound for pound, man, woman, doesn't matter. Shockwave Octane, the most athletic, agile superstar currently in CMV. I still believe it may be Ace Mercer, one half of the new Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Champions, by the way. Congratulations again to Skybound, but look at Hector Flores. That's not going to fly. But I think Relampago, if he was your pick, I wouldn't necessarily argue with you. Go right into the camera. He sends the Lemon Kid. Oh, Michinoku driver. Referee's already up to a count of 8, though. Come on. Oh, Lemon Kid, I thought for sure that was going to be a count-out loss. Holy shit, hang on a minute. It makes the tag to Lion Boy, too. Seemed to me like Relampago was keen on getting that count-out win, which is a little surprising. Up to the top. It's Lime time! It gets up the knees. Expertly done by Relampago. Now tries to come up from behind with a drop kick. Neckbreaker takes him down hard. On another drop kick. Damn. And the tag to the Lemon Kid. Citrus Blast, former Lucha Libre Magical World Tag Team Champions. Relampago able to counter the Irish Whip. And out on the apron, hangs on. Relampago gives a fist to the face. And a kick to the side of the head. Gives him the opening to make the tag to Hector Flores. He's going to go right for Lion Boy, it looks like. Keeping himself busy. Repeated punches, but fights back. Oh, impressive. He's telling Hector Flores, bring it on. And so it shall be brought. Referee sets the count. Shiranui ran right into it. Did Hector Flores there. Back into the ring. The Lucha Libre Magical World Champion, guys, is in big trouble. As the Lemon Kid goes to pivot, Relampago comes in to make the save. Lemon Kid not happy about it, but he knows to stay focused. Make a tag to Lion Boy, perhaps. He goes up to Brett's rope. Attempted Phoenix splash from off the second rope. Flores gets the knees up, though. Tries for a clothesline. Lemon Kid still too fast. Counter of the Irish Whip. Jeez Louise, man. Flores trying to stop a mud hole. Lemon Kid, though, with that drop kick, gets himself out of the corner. He wants to make a tag. I think that Hector Flores doing all that he can to stay out of that corner. European uppercut, back elbow. Oh, and of course, got to pay homage. Tiger fake kick. They're hopping back into the ring. Gonna scoop up the Lemon Kid and drop him down hard with that slam. Makes the pin tag. Come on, Flores. Not the time, brother. This guy's got horrible timing. It looks like Lion Boy is more interested though in limbering up. Typically you do that before the match begins. Runs right into a jawbreaker. Flores. That brain buster he's known for. And hooks the leg, but the Lemon Kid makes an immediate save. Flores gonna hand it off to Relampago to try to put this one away. And that's exactly what Relampago's gonna look to do. Out of the corner with a super kick. No, Lion Boy able to avoid him, but could not avoid that Irish kick into the corner. Looping palm strikes got him seeing stars. Watch out, Lemon Kid. A kick to the face. Oh, his head didn't pop off into the cheap seats. In the corner, Relampago. He's gonna do it again. One side of the ring to the other. Flores is gonna give him room. Another kick to the face. I love it. Oh no! But allows the tag to be made. Takes his eyes off the prize for just a second. A Shinoku driver. Grabs the leg of the Lemon Kid, but a kick out at one. And they got it. Ooh! Ooh! It's like a dance almost. Kicks out the knee. Oh, misses the first kick, makes up for it. With the second one into the pin. 1, 2. Great tag team action showing you what Lucha Libre Magica is all about. To the top, Relampago could be looking to finish. The Lemon Kid off with that imploding Phoenix splash. But moves out of the way at the very last second. Now a tag. The Lion Boy offered up Relampago for a stiff punch to the gut and a German suplex. Now the Irish win. Citrus Blast, this is why they are former Lucha Libre Magica World Tag Team Champions. Late into this one, making sure to frequently tag each other in and out, stay as fresh as you possibly can. And the teamwork, as always, makes the dream work. Can he set him up? Might go for that Phoenix Splash again. Yes, he is, and nails it. 1, 2, but Flores, wow, what a save that was. 2.999. The springboard sent on keeping the pressure on, and especially the midsection of Relampago. Very, very slowly bringing him to his feet. Maybe too slow. Give Relampago the chance to recover. And scoop him up. Cutter out of Valentine style. A very smart move. Makes the tag to Hector Flores. Who's gonna look to squeeze the last juices out of the Lemon Kid. Like over that Gory Special again. Gory Special bomb! Into the pin. Uno, dos, no, tres. Lion Boy breaks up the pin. Flores gonna try to take a swipe at him, but he's too fast. Flores gonna go to the top though. Frog splash, that's gotta do it. Uno, dos, tres. Hector Flores and Relampago pick up a great. Oh no! It's esos tipos! El Duende de Fuego and Talon Sucio! Jumping Relampago and Flores after the match! Lying in wait! And they're going to be the last ones standing here tonight.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, Make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. On the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me life.
And it is now time, my fine feathered friends, to find out who is it gonna be that stands across the ring in New Orleans, Louisiana, at Wild Card in just a couple of weeks to challenge this woman, Thea, for her Women's World Championship. Of course, though, tonight, the fiery Frenchwoman is playing the role of special guest referee in this fatal four-way matchup. Now, Thea has sworn down she is going to remain impartial, not show any sort of favoritism, even though her tag team partner, her good friend Amelia Jones, is one of the competitors. We'll find out if that's truly going to be the case or not once that bell rings. Will Thea indeed be a fair referee? I'd say a tall task, maybe one-on-one, but in a fatal four-way, when you remember there's no countouts, no disqualifications, Thea is really only out here to count the pin or to call for the bell if there's a submission. Knowing full well that it's going to be one of these four women that tries to take that Women's World Championship from her at Wild Card. She couldn't have borrowed Amelia's referee clothes from when she was a ref a couple of years ago. Shaking my head. Representing Resurgence, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, guys, Ileana Summers is the only reason Thea is still the Women's World Champion right now. A couple weeks ago, after Thea defeated Ileana Summers, Dallas Cole made her move, attempted to cash in the Magnificent 8 contract. But before the bell actually rang, Ileana Summers dragged Dallas Cole out of the ring and knocked her out cold. If not for Summers, it could very well be the case that right now we would be calling Dallas Cole the Women's World Champion. Ileana said that she did that not as any sort of favor for the fiery Frenchwoman, but because she wanted to be the one to take that Women's World Championship from Thea. Well, now she's got her chance to earn that right. And here's a woman, lads and gents, that has exploded onto the scene. Only been in CMV a tad over a month. But guys, she's had 3 matches. Her first match, she pinned Isabella Almas while she was still Women's World Champion. In her second match, she pinned Thea, who is now the Women's World Champion. And of course, in her last outing, she had a great matchup with Ashley Rain, but did end up tasting defeat for the very first time here in CMV. However, it just cannot be denied that Piper Goodish at least deserves the chance to earn a Women's World Championship opportunity. And I'm sure that Thea would appreciate the chance to get that win back in New Orleans. Thea is not a stranger to any one of these 4 women. She has faced all 4 of them in the past, some more than others. For example, Thea has only fought Amelia Jones once, and it was in that gauntlet match a couple of months ago that Thea won by last eliminating Amelia Jones to earn her shot at the Women's World Championship. And now Amelia Jones, guys, will say that she feels as though she's been letting down the rest of the regulars, her friends, her family. Obviously has not had the best win-loss record here in the new season so far, but even last season, despite a few big wins overall, Amelia Jones did not win a championship the entire season. Amelia says it's time that she really shows her worth, even if it means she has to take the championship from her own friend. And last but most certainly not least, the Hall of Famer, the three-time Women's World Champion, Ashley Rain. Looking to further make her record a hard one to beat by becoming the only ever four-time Women's World Champion. And it was last season, guys, that Thea and Ashley Rain met one-on-one, had a great match, which Thea won, and after the match, the two shook hands. It was a real, big moment in the career of Thea, a sort of passing of the torch a lot. A lot of people looked at it that way. Rain kind of giving the nod to Thea to be a future big player, and well, Rain was not wrong. But now Ashley Rain, who is set to retire, walk off into the sunset at the end of last season, decided, no, I'm not done yet. Wants one more run as Women's World Champion. Well, let's see if she can earn it right here tonight. Fatal four-way match. Thea, our special guest referee. She's going to ring the bell, and we're going to get it on. Again, guys, no countouts. There are no disqualifications. And it's the first woman to win by either pinfall or submission in the ring that will head to Nolens, Louisiana, in just a couple weeks to challenge Thea for her Women's World Championship. Hopefully Amelia Jones showed Thea a few pointers about what it means to be an official here in CMV. Again, Amelia Jones a couple weeks ago, she was a referee for a good long while. Ooh, chop block there from Rain. He's going to try for an early pin. Thea in position. We'll see if she's going to show any favoritism over there at the chance. Pin broken up by Piper Goodish. Amelia Jones almost looked at Thea expectantly, as if you're going to watch my back, right? Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. But Thea said to her straight up, I am not showing any favoritism. If you're going to win this match, you're going to do it on your own. There's obviously been a lot of friction between, specifically, Amelia Jones and Thea these last few months. Been building and building, a lot of arguments between the two. Some might call it jealousy on the part of Amelia Jones for all the success Thea's been having. Thea's keeping her distance here, just watching. Oh, big push by Piper Goodish. We're going to drop a knee across lower back of Ileana Summers. Grabs the hair of Amelia. I love the offensive Goodish. Here comes Rain. Really tossed a wrench into the gears of Piper Goodish a couple weeks ago, ending all that immense momentum she's been riding since she arrived here in CMV. Right, the win against Isabella, almost the win against Thea, and then suffer a loss at the hand of the Hall of Famer. Piper Goodish is going to get that momentum back in tenfold if she can become #1 contender here tonight. Guys, still to come, our main event. Remy Martin looks to walk out here tonight as a double champion, and he challenges Tommy Demise for the Anarchy Championship. Goodish trying to take a quick pinfall win right there with that roll-up. Thea just attempting to do her best to stay out of the way. Again, it's easier said than done in a multi-person match like this. Thea's first ever time beating a referee. Amelia Jones goes behind. Russian leg sweep. Rolls over. Big punches to the face. There's Goodish. Suplex drops her hard. Thea, like I said, has shared the ring with every single one of these women. The only one she has not beaten is Piper Goodish. Well, they've only fought once, one-on-one. Goodish was victorious. If I had to get into Thea's head, I would imagine if she, at gunpoint, was forced to pick somebody, it would be Piper Goodish just for the chance to get that win back, like I was saying before. Because she has beaten Ileana Summers many times. She has beaten Amelia Jones. She has pinned Ashley Rain. Again, she and Ashley Rain have only go one-on-one once. I would love to see that match again. Ileana Summers and Thea always make matches. They always have humdingers, so you're not going to see me mad if that's the match we get. And it would definitely be interesting to see Amelia Jones challenge Thea. Like I said, they've met in the ring once before, but it was in a gauntlet match. It wasn't straight up one-on-one. Ooh, Piper Goodish. Having none of that. Here we see that Surasi driver. I love how she hooks both legs like that. Thea in position. Oh no, guys. Amelia Jones, I think, was that her? That just accidentally kicked Thea in the back of the head. Was it an accident, though? Might have been trying to break up the pin. But I think that was Amelia. I couldn't really tell from the angle, but I believe it was Amelia who kicked Thea in the back of the head there. Well, now we're going to see, is Thea really going to be fair here? It might have been an accident. Not like she can call for disqualification though in a fatal four-way. There are no DQ. No disqualifications. Rain, not looking for the pin, but a super kick. As Amelia gets spun around. Knee party. Into the pin. Is it going to be Rain punching her ticket to Nolans? Kick out at 2.5. Not counting the, oh my, the blood splattering onto the camera lens. That was grotesque. Piper Goodish's nose could be shattered. Wait, who's Ileana going for here? Drop kick to Amelia Jones. Rain tried to stop her. German suplex. Piper getting to her feet, might not have any idea where the hell she is since this is back in England. There's that vintage dragon sleeper. Is Ileana Summers. Going to wild card. Good escape by Piper Goodish. Irish whip counter though. Hang on, pinfall attempt here by Amelia Jones. Ileana though bumps into Thea. And that gives Rain the chance to get over there and break up the pin. Goodish trying to psych herself up, discus forearm. Now Amelia has been busted open. This is becoming a bloody fatal four-way. Hurricane Rana by Summers. She's the only one standing right now. You got 3 people to go for it and you can't hit one of them. Classic. Oh, what a reversal! For Piper Goodish. Making it over to break up the pin at 1. Good Thunderbomb maybe shades of her brother Tobias, but countered. And now Rain, Sunny, side! Down! Rain! But not even the thought of a 1 count there. Jesus Christ, now Ileana Summers is bleeding. The only one not bleeding at this point, I believe, is Ashley Rain. That's just how bad these 4 women want it. They're willing to beat the piss out of each other to be the one to punch their ticket to Nolans to wild card. The sidewalk slam. The Hall of Famer tries to shift her focus to Ileana Summers, though. Kick to the back of the knee. Hammerlock. Take the dang old head off. Thea in position to count the pin, but Amelia back up just in time to break it up at 1. I'll say Thea doing a pretty damn good job as the referee so far. No qualms from me whatsoever. No bad calls that I've been able to detect. She's playing it straight down the middle just like she said she would. But this match ain't over yet. Amelia gonna push Piper into the corner. Don't have to worry about the disqualification in the fatal 4-way. Grab by the back of the head. Walk slowly, bit too slowly over to the ropes. Elbows to the midsection by Rain. So she's gonna try for a power bomb. A rare sight for Rain, drops her to the pin. 1, 2. Very, very cool. Rain looking at Thea like, come on now. English is not her first language. Maybe a little slow. Look good to me. Oh, hang on. It's not necessarily knock Ileana off the apron. She ain't gonna have any of that. Takes a step back, knee to the side of the head, avoided at the very last second. However, Ileana lying in wait there with that German suplex into the pin. Ileana pinning Amelia. Thea. Oh my God, Rain going gorilla. Beating down Ileana Summers hard, middle of the ring. And Zaguri fires back at her as Amelia gets back in. And from behind, there's that Dragon Sleeper again. Amelia off the ropes, the beautiful disaster kick. After Grimace looks to take over. Kick to the midsection of board and Zaguri. Oh man, gonna trap your skull. Amelia stalking Ashley Rain, chokes on the Piper Goodish though. The upside down, the Rain into the pin. Ileana doesn't see it. Ileana locks in the Dragon Sleeper. Ileana! Oh my God! No! Thea calls for it. Wait, did she tap? What? Dude, Thea waved it off. Amelia gonna steal the pin. Am I tripping? Somebody corroborate. Piper Goodish tapped out there, dude. And now Amelia with a blue thunder bomb. 1, 2, kick out. But this match should be over. Piper Goodish tapped. Thea called for the bell. Amelia did break it up, but Piper Goodish tapped before she broke it up. And now Goodish with a variation of the upside down herself. I do not, guys, I don't know. I have no idea. I feel like Ileana Summers should be celebrating right now as the official #1 contender, but something wasn't clear. Some wires got crossed there. And now this match is continuing. Which everybody except for Ileana Summers is going to be happy about. There is blood everywhere. All over the canvas. Piper Goodish is down. Ashley Rain is down. Amelia Jones looks to take the advantage. And then after Ileana Summers counters the counter. Oh, look at Amelia shooting a glare at Thea there. We're going to need to see a replay of that, but I gotta wait till the actual end of the match. Rain gonna take Ileana Summers for a walk into the corner. Meanwhile, Amelia gonna try to pin Piper Goodish, but Rain turns around just in time to break that pin up. Irish whip. Rain, sliced oranges! Rain's gonna do it! Uno, dos! Gotta be kidding me. Ileana gonna make Piper Goodish tap out again! No, Goodish runs right to that big boot. I just said I cannot get caught in that Dragon Sleeper again. Spins her around, Sunny, side, down! But Amelia Jones is back up. Not even a 1 count. Bad timing there by Rain. But Amelia, if I were Amelia, I'd just try to steal the pin real quick. There's so much blood. Amelia's slipping all over the place. Gonna be taken for a ride up on the shoulders. Forearm right to the back of the head. And now tries to pin Ileana. Yeah, just in time for both Piper Goodish and Ashley Rain to get back up. Makes the save. Piper now off the ropes. Again, she is just trying to do her best to stay out of the way of this chaos. Punches to the midsection. Every single one of these women is leaving literally their blood, sweat, and tears in that ring. British storm smash! But Ileana from behind! British did not see her coming. Into the pin! Uno! Dos! British, that was a fast pin! That was a fast pin! Fuck you! Am I tripping? That pin looked a little bit fast to me. Maybe it was the angle. Hang on, before I say any more, let's get a replay. Let's see the replay. Ileana Summers scratched Thea's back a couple of weeks ago. Was this Thea reciprocated? Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe not that fast on replay. Maybe it was just in the moment. But nonetheless, guys, I mean, you can formulate your own opinion. Ileana Summers is the official #1 contender and will face Thea for the Women's World Championship in New Orleans at Wildcard. What a match. Look at that face. That is the face of an absolute unit, Ileana Summers.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do my yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we.
And into our co-main event, we now go, my fine feathered friends, here on Octane number 168. We're just going to end the night with Remy Martin looking to become a double champion as he challenges Tommy Demise for the Anarchy Championship. But up first, the new Rite of Passage champion, Andrew Briggs, looks to kick off his reign with a bang as he will challenge Tobias Jones. It has been a crazy night here on Octane, guys. From the opening matchup, Jessica Cash debuting and dominating. I mean, look, can we even keep it a buck here? Dare I say squashed Vanessa Morgan to become the new television champion, to what we just saw a few moments ago. Ileana Summers crowned the new #1 contender, and it is now confirmed will challenge Thea for her Women's World Championship in just a couple of weeks in Nolans at Wildcard. It's like I said, I feel like people keep saying it's hyperbole, but Resurgence, even despite Peligro's loss to Blake Virtue earlier, we just saw Ileana Summers become #1 contender. I mean, bro, I don't know if we've ever seen a group, a faction, rise so quickly, take over in such a relatively short amount of time than Resurgence. They've got the Women's Tag Team Championship. They've got the PWJ International Championship. They've got the Rite of Passage Championship. They may very well have the Women's World Championship in a matter of a couple of weeks. And all the while attempting to stop them dead in their tracks has been the Regulators, guys, but obviously, as of now, for naught. Since this new season began, back and forth between Resurgence and the Regulators, trading wins against each other. But despite the Regulators' best efforts, they have been unable to put up any roadblocks to stop Resurgence in their grand plan to make Octane theirs. Well, now Tobias Jones is hoping to at least lay down a landmine for Andrew Briggs to step on as he tries to kick off his reign as the new Rite of Passage champion. Non-title matchup, Andrew Briggs, Tobias Jones. We got Cassidy Vice in the corner of Briggs, Sophia E. Faith in the corner of Tobias Jones. And don't forget, guys, that Tobias Jones only recently returning after being on the show for a good few weeks due to a concussion he suffered at the hands of Remy Martin, who up next to our main event challenges Tommy Demise for the Anarchy Championship. Tobias Jones unlikely to be at 100%. He's going to give it his best effort as he always does from the top of the Swanton Bomb, even making Cassidy Vice cringe as she watches from ringside. Drop kick to the back. Good start here. Briggs beat out 5 other men last Octane to become the new Rite of Passage champion. And speaking of Remy Martin, well, he hopefully has taken notice because, of course, Andrew Briggs can cash in whenever he wants to challenge Remy Martin for the CMV Championship. Distraction by Cassidy Vice, but Tobias knew what was going on. Nice counter with the Bulldog. And the Dragon Screw. Irish whip. Goes back out. Nope, nice stomp to the gut. Tobias, looks like maybe he's switched up his pace. You know, once upon a time, not even too long ago, I would have called Tobias Jones the fastest competitor in all of CMV. At this point, I don't know if I can really say that with my chest. Like I said, Ace Mercer is like of another breed over on Shockwaves. And you got the likes of Relin Pago too as well, and others. And especially after that concussion, maybe Tobias has decided to reel it back a little bit, slow things down a tad. That's what I'm seeing so far in this match, at least. I mean, a concussion like that, guys, could end your career. Tobias is lucky that it wasn't as bad as it could have been. I'm sure that he would love to get his hands on Remy Martin's at some point, but right now it's Andrew Briggs got to do with it. And Tobias coming into this has got to know if he can beat Andrew Briggs, he might earn a shot at the Rite of Passage Championship. Bang-a-rang, that's vintage right there. He's going to go for the pin. We're going to end this one nice and early. And a kick out at 2. Especially at this point, man, regulators can really use a big win. Or just a win in general, even from the top. Phoenix! Was that wait a minute. Did I see that come from a Phoenix splash into a senton? I'm going to see a replay of that, but kick out at 2.5. And Sophia's like, what? I think it was a Phoenix splash, but it finished in a senton. I don't think I've ever seen that before. A Phoenix splash senton. That is new. Maybe I take it back. Maybe Tobias Jones is still the craziest motherfucker in all of CMV, hitting some shit like that. I didn't even think of that. Andrew Briggs pulling off the top turnbuckle cover while Cassidy Vice slides a kendo stick into it. Again, they're doing everything they can here to give Andrew Briggs an edge. The referee's going to see that kendo stick go. Oh, it looks like he was about to hit Andrew Briggs with it for a second. This referee playing games. We saw him hit Ben Stacy with a steel chair earlier. Fixes that top turnbuckle as well. Not with the shenanigans is this official. Andrew Briggs from breast rope. Knocking the bias back. Oh! What a catch by Tobias! Into a sit-out powerbomb. Okay, that was a highlight moment right there. How about that strength? He almost did it. He almost wasn't able to get him up. He was struggling, but he did. Credit to him. Nice. Handstand back in with head scissors. And a knee right upside the head, busted open. As Andrew Briggs gets to his feet, they're trying to come out of that corner. So fast, Tobias Jones doesn't know what in God's good name hit him. And slowly brings him up. Seated position now on the one knee. The veteran Briggs, a former CMV champion, a future Hall of Famer, not the time, Tobias. And pays dearly for it with that shining wizard. 1, 2. What a kick out. Briggs, I thought he'll take off that top turnbuckle cover again. Now he goes to the top rope. Maybe that gives him some extra bounce with a spiral tap. Oh, but the ref sees the exposed turnbuckle, and the plan is going to backfire. Briggs has the match won. This is like a 10 count. Well, that's good for Tobias Jones. Beautiful. Double bounce moonsault. Maybe that will do it. Might not matter. 1. Just a 1 count. On retro, Briggs again. Gonna wait for Tobias to get to his feet. Meteor. That's what he was trying for earlier, and Tobias caught him with a powerbomb. Oh, right for that kick. Damn, man. Everything Tobias Jones tries to do, Briggs is ready for it. And Tobias, an act of desperation, rolling out onto the apron, searching for any sort of little refuge. House back into the ring, big punch misses though. Hurricane Rana. Off the ropes, she goes to, whoa, Tobias! Shocking Andrew Briggs with his tenacity, his fighting spirit. Swept off his feet as the Rite of Passage champion. Tobias can't go, oh, come on, every time, as soon as he starts to pick it up. Cassidy Vice from ringside. Well, Tobias fool enough to fall for this. He should know better. And now Briggs with another boot right upside the head. And now from the corner, Andrew Briggs with that tornado head kick. Into the pin. Ref's ready for it. Him. 1, 2. And you see how Briggs is targeting Tobias's head. No remorse whatsoever. He knows Tobias just came back from that concussion. Another spiral tap. This time the ref's not distracted. Right into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Andrew Briggs picks up the win. Another win for Resurgence. Tobias had it won, but thanks to Cassidy Vice, Andrew Briggs takes back control and seals the deal. What was Sophia out here for? What were you out here for, Sophia? And Tobias just going to start being more careful. A lot of people are saying he returned too early after that concussion. Obviously easier said than done to not give it his all, but risking further and more serious injury. But guys, Resurgence, I don't even have to say it anymore. It doesn't have to be said. It's just understood.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride.
Well, my friends, for this crazy edition of Octane, number 168, it's going to be one to remember, and even more so depending on the outcome of our main event. It is time. Remy Martin looking to walk out of here tonight, my friends, as a double champion. It was last Octane that our CMV champion once more graced us with his presence in the ring and called out Tommy Demise. Remember what Demise said a couple weeks ago, that he doesn't care about championship gold. That's not his main priority. It's kind of a secondary thing, perhaps even tertiary. Tommy Demise says he cares about most inflicting pain, agony. That's what he truly takes pleasure in. Those are his accolades, the careers that he shortens or potentially ends. Remy Martin said last Octane, look, if you don't care about championship gold, then why are you the Anarchy champion? Why not put that title on the line? You're saying you want to crack at my CMV championship. How about you put your Anarchy championship on line? Because I do care about gold. I do care about being the CMV champion, and I would love to be the Anarchy champion as well. And I loved that idea. So here we are, our main event. And it's going to be the Anarchy Championship on the line. Look at that CMV Championship around his waist. I got to calm down. Somebody get me a cold water. Remy Martin is the world champion. As I've been saying these last couple weeks, he walks like a world champion, talks like a world champion, competes like a world champion. I knew when Remy Martin first arrived here in CMV at Ascendance 13, I took a look at him, I said, that's a future world champion. I thought it might take a little bit longer, but here we are just, what, about 8 months or so since he debuted, and he is the CMV champion. And now tonight, he may very well walk out of here with the Anarchy Championship as well. Well, was Tommy Demise just blowing smoke? Does he really not care about being the Anarchy champion? Or was he just trying to talk some shit? Was he just trying to get into Remy's head? Maybe trying to force Remy to put himself in this position, right where Tommy Demise wants him. Because guys, if Demise can win this match and retain the Anarchy championship, I think it's pretty obvious he would deserve a shot at Remy Martin's CMV Championship. And this is, of course, Demise's domain. As the Anarchy Championship is on the line, it's anything goes. No countouts, no disqualifications here. Remy may have worked himself into a shoot, brother. We're about to find out. Captured that Anarchy Championship at the end of last season in Las Vegas, taking it from Mike Magnum Maxwell, and where Remy Martin, I feel, kind of encompasses what it is to be CMV champion. Well, Demise certainly is what being Anarchy champion is all about. So that's what it's all about, the Anarchy Championship. Remy Martin CMV Championship not on the line. And again, anything goes, no countouts, and no disqualifications. Remy Martin cares a great deal about being the CMV champion. And he would love nothing more than to add yet another championship to his already overloaded trophy case at home. 8 months. Remy Martin's been in CMV. How quickly he rose to the top, became Intercontinental Champion, made himself undeniable, defeated Fidel de la Rosa in Paris inside of a steel cage to become the CMV Champion. And I said when he won it, I have a feeling he's going to be holding on to it for a long time, but maybe Demise is looking to make sure that won't be the case. Anarchy Championship handed off to our referee. Will indeed Remy Martin call himself double champion by the end of the show, or will Tommy Demise perhaps not only keep his Anarchy Championship and earn himself a shot at Remy Martin's CMV Championship? Here we go. Remy Martin, Tommy Demise, and Demise comes out of that corner like a feral animal, pouncing on the CMV champion, immediately taking a, I think he's biting him. I can't really see, but he's biting him. He's trying to take some chunks of flesh out of the CMV champion. Quick moonsault into the pin. Like I said, did Remy Martin potentially walk right into a trap? Demise may have dug the hole, covered it with leaves, and lured Martin in. By the looks of it, Death Valley driver. We see the champion instantly put in trouble. Now Demise is going to try to push him into the corner. Doesn't have to worry about rope break or disqualifications. There we go. Remy fights back, slaps him across the back of the head. There you go. Show him his place, Remy. German suplex by the total package. That is Remy Martin. Grabs him by his hair, pulls him to his feet. Snap, Merritt, knife edge chop across the back. Stiff kick across the chest. Now Martin trying for a knee drop. A little too long on the setup, though, and Demise moves out of the way, exchanging some punches, pulls him back into a knife edge chop. And I don't know if you can find two more different styles, not just outside of the ring, but in the ring as well. I mean, you can tell as they made their way to the ring. Remy Martin carries himself like a world champion, dresses like a world champion. Tommy Demise, meanwhile, has got his trench coat he's had since high school. And in the ring, Remy Martin, a fantastic technical wrestler, a submission specialist. Tommy Demise, look, I don't think you'll ever hear anybody ever calling him a great wrestler, but he is most certainly maybe one of the best fighters. He's a scrapper, I think, maybe the best way to describe Demise. And again, in a situation like this where there's no countouts or disqualifications, obviously Demise is going to be the favorite. When he's got weapons at his disposal, when he doesn't have to worry about the rules, that's when Demise is at his best. Here we go. Oh, I thought he was going to go into the ring. Decides against it. Maybe he's going to try to beat Remy Martin in his own game. Tries for the Irish whip, countered. Demise out onto the apron. Now Remy going to go to ringside. Will he be the first one to grab a weapon? No, he thought about it too. Into the ring comes Demise. Just be pushed up against the ropes by Remy. Just looking at Demise in disgust. Remy knows that he should be sharing the ring right now as CMV champion with the best of the best, with veterans, with Hall of Famers, with those worthy. Psycho Magnet! Well, take your worthiness and shove it up your ass, says Tommy Demise. Didn't go for the pin, though, which I might say is a bit of a mistake, but I digress with his headbutts. Demise not finished with Remy quite yet. Martin, guys, might be on Dream Street. Moonsault. Still now, finally, there we go. Hooks the leg to retain the Anarchy Championship with a kick out of 2. I thought that was going to be it. Demise now to Brett's rope. Stalking Remy Martin. Ooh, got him with a cutter. Or he bounces right back up just to eat a clothesline. To the corner goes Martin. Maybe regretting his underestimation of the Anarchy champion. Gets him with that up. What's this? Brass knuckles! Demise came prepared! A pair of brass knucks! Not like this! Oh my God! How did Remy kick out? Brass knuckles to the jaw! But Martin must have one made of steel. And we see just how crafty our Anarchy champion is. Now the dirty pin! Ref sees it, but it doesn't matter! Remy still kicks out! The Psycho Magnet, the brass knucks, a dirty pin! All not enough to keep the CMV champion down. But Demise is beating that ass. Maybe the springboard forearm smash will finally be enough. Another kick out. By the challenger. Demise is like, I can keep this shit going all night long though, bro. Remy finally able to catch a punch, turns it around at last. But as he tries for a kick to the midsection, Demise with an Irish whip. Snare! 1, 2! Bruh. Remy Martin don't know where the hell he is. And without using a single weapon, Tommy Demise beating Remy Martin at his own game. No, what? Bruh. Tommy Demise just used his biggest, his best shot. Now he's got a third part to it. He's got no choice. He goes way up top. Oh my God! Remy is bleeding. Can he please respond? Remy, are you there? Hello? Lights are on, but nobody's home. Blood just pouring down his face as he chucks Demise out of the ring. This match, I feel like, should have been over 5 times. Another spear! Another fucking spear! 1, 2, 3! Tommy Demise is still the Anarchy champion. Guys, I think it's pretty obvious now. Tommy Demise, ever the architect, he really did force Remy Martin to work himself into his shoot, brother, because without using a single weapon, Tommy Demise didn't just beat Remy Martin here, guys. He dominated the CMV champion. Remy was not ready. He was not prepared, ill-prepared for Tommy Demise here tonight. And it seems like, after all, Tommy Demise does care about being the Anarchy champion. and he might care a whole hell of a lot about being CMV champion. After a showing like that, how could Demise not be worthy of a shot at Remy Martin's CMV championship? That was insane. Didn't use a single weapon. I don't know about all this. I'm a little bit uncomfortable, but Tommy Demise. The show bookended by 2 shocking title matches, dude. Still the Anarchy champion. And I just hope Remy does not make this mistake again when the CMV championship is on the line. No more underestimating Tommy Demise.
Your place on fire. Let's get high. Your place on fire. Let's get high. Your place on fire. Let's get high.